Hey guys, namaste. I'm Jade Ocean. So today we're going to do a nice flow to help to release that feeling of anxiety, of depression, to let that go and really welcoming that feeling of positive energy, to welcome gratitude into every moment in our life that we possibly can. So make sure that you have a couple of blocks with you. You can also grab a bolster, but you don't need it. And I'm going to meet you on your mat. Make sure you have some water to stay hydrated. As you can tell, I am pregnant. You can do this if you're pregnant. However, this is not a pregnancy flow, so you do not have to be pregnant for this flow. I will meet you on your mat. Hey guys, so let's grab our 2 blocks. We're going to come into fish pose to start out. Grab your top block, going to be at the top of the mat. It's going to be long from left to right of the mat, and then the other one's going to be long from top to bottom of the mat. You can have it on either the flat setting like this, or you can bring it up a little bit higher. It just depends on your comfort level for fish pose. You can always adjust it and modify it if it feels uncomfortable for you or not enough. Allow a little bit of space for your neck. What we want is the bottom of this bottom block to hit the bottom of your shoulder blades behind you. So you may have to adjust just a little bit. So turn around and very carefully go ahead and bring yourself right on top of your blocks. And let your head fall to the top block. Again, you may have to adjust this bottom block. And you can have your legs crossed here if you want. You can bring it into Baddha Konasana with the feet together and the knees splayed out to the side. So it's whatever feels comfortable to you. You can also have your knees up and then falling in together. So wherever you feel good right now. But what we want is our head to not feel like it's scrunching. So make sure we're able to create this space in the neck. Have the palms facing up towards the sky. Take a full breath here. Draw the shoulders down, your body just a little bit here. And exhale. So opening up our heart to the sky right now, becoming a little bit more free, letting go of those feelings of tension in the body, of tension in the mind. We're going to open ourselves up to a new path right now, a new path of thinking, a new path of moving. We're going to move without judging ourselves. We're going to take note of this moment. We're going to really draw that attention to the mat right now and let go of anything outside of that. So any thoughts that do not serve us in this moment, that we have no control over doing anything about in this moment, we're going to let that go right now. Take a nice full breath in. And again, exhale nice and slow. And just drawing that attention, that awareness to your breath right now. So let's just focus on becoming a little bit more deepening with the breath. So we want a nice full inhale, nice soft, slow, controlled exhale. I'm just letting go of negative thoughts right now. Again, not judging ourselves. We want to find gratitude for ourselves. We want to love ourselves. We want to love everything around us as much as we can. Even the changing process that may be scary, may be new. Just trusting this process, knowing that everything works out in the end. Everything's going to be okay. Keep breathing. See if you can envisionize this positive energy, this energy of feeling warm, of feeling rejuvenated, of feeling clear, coming in through your palms, through your nose as you breathe in, right into your heart. Letting your heart open to this new path. Trusting that everything's going to be okay. And there's a term in yoga that we call samskara. And what samskara is it's these impressions, these imprints in the mind. It's these patterns of thinking, these patterns of actions that relate to maybe past actions, past traumas, past experiences in our lives. It could have been something that happened yesterday. It could have been something that happened as a child. We don't know, maybe even in a past life. But these patterns are comfortable. It's something that we're used to, whether they're healthy or not. We're used to them. And so what we want to do is take note on what actually is good. What are good patterns, right? What are things that clear our minds, that help us move forward, that help us to love ourselves and in return love everything around us, even when it doesn't go our way, right? So our job, our duty is to consistently bring our minds to the moment and think about these patterns that we're doing, these patterns that we're thinking. Are they healthy? Are they helping us? Are they actually real? Is that why we're doing or thinking the way that we do? Or are these things from our past? Just maybe reminding yourself of that. Okay, so let's bring our arms just out to the side. We're going to float it above the ground here. Take a full breath in and then just begin to reach up overhead. Palms can face each other, just a slight subtle reach. Lifting the ribs and then exhale, let the ribs settle. A little stretch in the abs. Keep reaching. Almost like you're flying here. One more inhale, reach one more time through the side body, and then exhale, float the arms down as the palms face down, just stretching out the shoulders a little bit. Again, fly it right back up, reach up right above the head. Stay for the exhale. Remain soft in the neck, soft in the shoulders. Inhale for one more reach, exhale, fly it down. And let's stay hovering above the floor here in a T position. Maybe you begin to let the palms fall towards the floor, just opening the shoulders up. Again, drawing in that positive vitality, that energy within life above us. The world is so big around us. Just taking in what really matters in life. Just putting life into perspective. Continuing to embrace this journey, even when it seems like the journey's not going that far. Embracing it with an open mind and open heart. Remembering to love yourself, who you truly are. Okay, and let's bring the palms down. Very carefully, we're going to bring the knees up if you had them out to the side. Press all the way up very carefully, and let's move our blocks just off to the side here. Keep one block very close to you. We're going to use it, and then we're just going to roll all the way down to a supine position. So feet on the floor, hip distance apart. Let's have our knees pointed up right now. So let's get into position. Let's tuck our shoulder blades underneath of us, pull our shoulders down. You can have your palms just facing down for just a moment. Spin your triceps underneath. So this is how we want to feel when we go into this position. Have your heels a little bit closer to your body. Take a deep breath here and just feel this. Pull your tailbone down towards your heels. We want to prevent that rounding in the lower back. And just feel the earth beneath you. Know you're always supported. Embrace your space on this planet. Know that you are worthy. You mean something. You are strong. You are in control of your life, even if it seems like it's out of control. You're in control of your mind, the way you think, the actions that you take. And don't forget that. Okay, let's grab a block, and we're just going to place a block longwise right in between the thighs here. So it's going to be long from your pelvis all the way to the knees here, and then we're just going to apply a little bit of a squeeze here. We're going to come into a bridge pose here. So again, tuck your shoulder blades underneath, pull the tailbone down, take a full breath, and we're going to press into the feet and begin to lift. So we're not coming too high here. Pull the shoulders down again. What we want to do is just come about 60%, so not too high. Press into the feet, into the heels. Pull the legs to really support that block in between you. Feel your legs, your glutes fire up, and then pull your tailbone down. We're really going to engage that core, that back core, that front core, finding space, finding balance within the neck, the shoulders here. Make sure you're able to roll the head side to side. Keep pulling your tailbone down. Keep pressing into the feet. Breathe and exhale. Press into the earth. Maybe smile. One more full breath in, and then exhale. Very carefully begin to lower vertebrae all the way from the top, all the way down to the floor. Take a breath. Exhale, let everything go. Let's begin to inhale, pressing into the earth again. We're going to lift as we press through the feet, pull that tailbone down, lift those hip bones up towards the face. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Think of pulling those heels back, dragging them back towards your glutes here. Keep the shoulders tucked. Find space in the neck. Draw your attention to where you feel spacious right now. Don't forget to smile. Just a little bit of a smile will help you feel better. I know it's hard sometimes, but believe me, it does help. Remembering, what are you grateful for in this moment? I know it can seem like your skies maybe are completely gloomy and it's really hard to see ahead, but I know there's something that you can be grateful for, whether it's breathing, whether it's using your feet to lift your hips up, whether it's just a smile that maybe you can pull out. Maybe it's just you're able to keep your eyes open without tearing up right now. Maybe you feel good in this moment. You can feel your heart pumping. Maybe you had coffee this morning. Just finding something to smile about. Very carefully exhale. Begin to lower very slowly back down to the ground. Release the hips to the floor. Just relax here for a minute. I'm grateful for the earth to support us. Let's do one more time. We're going to press into the feet. Again, press into the triceps, the hands. Lift those hips up. Pull the tailbone down. Keep that breath moving nice and fluid. I can always rely on our breath to draw our attention to this moment, to keep our body moving and functioning, to keep the mind feeling a little bit more spacious and clear. The breath is that connection from the mind, the body, and the soul. Don't forget that. Sometimes we take breathing for granted. It's so powerful. Pull that tailbone down a little bit more. Think of really pulling your inner thighs in towards that block. Support that block. Feel the glutes really fire up here. One more breath. Be grateful. We're almost done. And release your hips back down to the floor. Okay, so let's bring the block off to the side and then bring the knees just in towards the chest or to the outside. You can wrap your arms to clasp around your knees, or you can just grab each knee and just roll side to side. Let's just roll out that lower back, a little soft massage here in Apanasana pose. Full breath in and exhale. Let everything go right now. Let's extend the legs straight up. Just a little stretch. Flex the feet in towards you. You can press the palms into the floor here. Keep the breath nice and deep. Let's bend the knees to the outside of the body. We can bring the arms in front. Begin to bend the knees in, open the legs up just a little bit, and then we can bring the arms to the inside of the knees and just grab the outside or the inside of the foot, so whatever feels comfortable for you. Let's draw the knees in towards the chest and then to the outside of the body. We're going to bring the arms up to the inside of the knees and then just grab the outside of the bottom of the foot here. Take a deep breath in this happy baby pose. Again, swaying out just side to side here, little baby subtle rocks. Take a full breath. Remembering when life was so simple, we didn't have so many stresses. What did we appreciate when we were young? In those happy times, maybe. And try to bring yourself to a happy memory right now. A simple gratitude, a simple appreciation. It was something that we loved when we were young. It was something that made us smile. It could be something super simple like catching tadpoles. I know I used to do that when I was young, or riding my pony, or just getting up and watching cartoons Saturday mornings, or TGIF on Friday nights. So just something like that, anything that makes you feel good. It was that feeling of excitement. Find that, it's inside of you. Sometimes we forget about these things. One more full breath here in Happy Baby. And then go ahead and release your feet to the floor. And then we're going to very carefully just roll ourselves all the way up. And we're going to come into a tabletop pose. Let's stop here just in a cross-leg pose. Close our eyes. Take a full breath in. Exhale. One more time. Let's inhale, bring our arms straight up. Exhale, just twisting to the left side. Let's release the hands to the floor here. Right hand to the front, left hand, just fingertips here. Just a little twist, let the legs be soft. Inhale, both arms are going to come right back up, back to neutral. And then let's just sway over to the right side here. So a little twist around the spine, just detoxifying, just rinsing out all that negative thoughts, all those negative thoughts and feelings. Inhale, both arms are going to come up. Draw them right to Anjali. Press into the palms. Drop your chin down to your heart. Okay, let's release the palms and let's go ahead and make our way to our tabletop pose. So palms will be underneath the shoulders, knees will be underneath the hips. You can have your toes on the floor, top the shins into the floor. You can press the tops of the feet into the floor. Let's sway the hips just side to side here, finding that balance with the spine. So nice neutral spine. We're just going to sway the hips side to side here, just lubricating the hip joints a little bit. Go ahead and lean into a little bit. Create just this little stretch in the side body. And just moving organically here, whatever feels good for you. And you can let the head drop. A couple more times here. All right. And let's come back to neutral. Press into both palms. Reach up through the arms. Finding that length, pull the shoulders down, spin your triceps back, take a breath here. Let's extend that left leg straight back behind us. Our heel's just going to be in line with our glute. Take that full deep breath in. Think of lifting the ribs into the body. Keep your core nice and strong here. We don't want to dip into the lower back. So we want to keep our glutes nice and firm. Spin that inner thigh up towards the sky here. Let's begin to walk that right hand up. Maybe you keep it here. Maybe you begin to extend it up off the floor. Maybe alongside the ear here, reaching in through the fingertips, through the toes, through the heel, and a sunbird. Find your balance. Spin that inner thigh up. Pull that left hip down. Keep reaching. Inhale, reaching a little bit higher up here. One more inhale. And exhale, draw your right elbow to your left knee. Lift your spine up towards the sky. Reach it back forward. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, lift it up a little bit higher. And exhale, draw knee to elbow. Lift the spine up. Inhale again. Reach the arm forward. Heel's going to go back. And lift it a little bit higher up. And exhale last time. Knee to elbow. Reach it through. And then release that right hand very slowly and left knee to the floor. Take a breath here. Sway your hips out side to side. Okay, let's reach through the other side. So extend that right heel straight back here. Nice and strong through that right leg, energizing out through that heel. Keep your belly firm. Spin that inner thigh up towards the sky. Let's begin to walk the left hand forward. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you begin to lift that arm all the way up by the bicep, reaching through the fingertips, through the right heel. Find that length. Keep your belly firming in. Lift it a little bit higher up. Stay balanced here. One more breath. And then let's round the spine up towards the sky as we draw that left elbow and that right knee in towards the belly. Inhale, extend it right back out. Find your balance. Lift it up a little bit higher. A little bit of a back bend here. Reaching through the heart. Exhale, draw the knee to the elbow, lifting the spine up. Inhale, reach it out again. Lift up a little bit higher. And exhale, knee to elbow. Extend it out one more time. And then release the left palm and the right knee down. Sway the hips out. Let's press into the palms. Curl the toes under the mat. We're going to lift right up into our Adho Mukha, our very first down dog here. So heels are behind the toes. Spin those triceps back, really reaching up through the arms. And maybe you pedal your dog out. Let's bend the right knee, drop the left heel, switch it out. Very slowly, just switching it out. Maybe you sway the hips side to side again, stretching out the legs, warming up the arms here. One more full breath in. Press into the hands. Squeeze those fingertips into the floor. We're going to lift the heels up. Exhale, sink the hips back. Bend the knees. And maybe you step forward. Maybe you begin to float forward into Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, forward fold again. All the way down. Inhale, lift all the way up. All the way to standing. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Press into the hands. Extend those elbows out to the side. Press into the feet, lifting up through both sides, all four angles of the feet. Nice full breath in. And exhale. Let's bring the feet in just a little bit closer. So we're going to heel toe them in together. Take a full breath in, lift your arms straight up overhead, and then let's grab the left wrist with the right hand, and then we're gonna press into the right foot, lift that left foot, cross it right behind the right foot, and then begin to extend that left side nice and open, squeeze the legs together, pull the tailbone into the body and down, elongating the spine. Breathe. Try to keep those hip bones facing forward to the mat. Find space here on the left side ribs. Just a little bit of a side bend here. One more breath in. Uncross the legs, relax the hands down to the side. Inhale, reach the arms right back up. And then let's switch it out. So we're going to grab the right wrist with the left hand this time, press into the left foot, begin to lift that right leg up, and then cross it right behind the left leg. Take a full breath here, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the hips together, elongate the spine. Again, we're going to open up that right side, pulling just a little bit towards the left side. Keep your breath moving. A lot of times when we're stressed out or we're nervous, we breathe very shallow. So this is really nice to open up the ribs, to open up the muscles in between the ribs, create more space to deepen the breath. Let's inhale, bring the arms right back up, uncross the legs, bring the hands right back down to the side. Just refining your balance, standing nice and tall. Let's inhale. Let's bring the arms up, sink the hips right back. We're going to come into a Utkatasana, so a chair pose. Think of lifting the belly in, pressing the shins back. We don't want our knees over the toes here. So standing up nice and tall here through the spine. More weight into the heels here. And then exhale. Extend your arms just out to the side here. Our hands are going to be facing forward, and we're just going to reach behind us just a little bit here, making a T with the hands. Stay strong in your legs. Inhale, and to round the spine back, coming into a little bit of a cat pose. Bring the palms together. Keep the legs nice and strong. Inhale, fly the hands out. And then exhale one more time. Close it up. Inhale, reach it out. Pull the heart forward. And then exhale, bring the spine back, bring the palms together. Inhale, arms are going to come up. And exhale, let's swan dive forward, bring the hips up, take a break here. Nice full breath in. Exhale, let it go. Keep breathing here. Take a moment just to calm the heart, calm the legs down. Let's place the fingertips right under the shoulders. We're going to step back with the left foot, followed by the right foot. We're going to forward, lower down chaturanga, flip over the toes, pull the heart through, pull those shoulders back and down the spine, really lifting and opening up your heart to the front here, shining forward. Think of elongating that spine. Even though we're coming into a little bit of a back bend here, we want to create space in the spine. One more breath. And then exhale, flip over the toes, press it right back into your down dog. Just move in your body for a moment. Inhale, let's lift the right heel up, bend at the knee. We're going to point that right toe towards the front corner of the mat. Deep full breath in here. And then exhale, begin to shift forward. We're going to bring that foot to step to the outside of the right hand. Let's lower the left knee down, uncurl the toes, and then very carefully just bring your hands up to a low lunge here. And take a breath. Find your balance. Sink a little bit deeper into that front knee. So make sure your knee's not going over your heel. Make sure you pull that right hip back. And then again, elongate your spine. So we don't want to dump into our lower back here. We want to think of lifting the heart up. You can bring your hands to touch. One more full breath here. pull the side hips in. We're gonna open up to the right side here. Just a little side twist. Keep that left hip pulling in. Let's swipe that right hand down. Let's come right back to neutral. And then exhale. Hands are gonna come right down to the mat. We're gonna lift that back knee up. Press that right foot straight back. Shift forward. Again, we're gonna come into our chaturanga. We're gonna flip over the toes right into our vinyasa. Up dog, urdhva. And then exhale, Adho Mukha. Let's lift the left foot up. We're going to bend at the knee, point the toe towards the front right corner of the mat. Take a breath. Again, to shift forward, bringing that foot to step to the outside of the left hand. Lower the right knee, uncurl the toes, press into the front foot, and then all the way up into our low lunge. Sink a little bit deeper into that front knee. Pull that hip back. Stay strong in your right hip and your right leg too. You want your glute to stay nice and strong to support that front hip flexor here on the right side so we don't just dump into it. And then exhale, begin to open up to your left side here, making a T with the hands, energizing through the hands, through the palms. Stay strong in the body. Lift through the midline all the way up. Find your space here. Now swipe that left hand down, right back up to neutral. Exhale. Let's bring our hands right back down to the mat. Lift that back knee up. Press the left foot. Again, shift forward, chaturanga. Pull it through, urdhva mukha. And then exhale, right back into your Adho Mukha. I'll lift the heels up, and then exhale, bend the knees either to step, or you may float all the way to your forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale to halfway lift here, really pull the shoulders down, find that space in the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring the hands all the way up, stand straight up through the heels. And then exhale, bring your hands right out to the side again, palms face forward. Stay with me. So find that energy within the heart, within the soul. And think of that energy just exerting and shooting out through the fingertips, through the feet here, through the top of the head, like you're a star. Inhale, reach the arms straight up again. And then exhale, let's bring the arms out to the side, and then we're just gonna bring them behind us to clasp. So you can grab your hands into a clasp here. Bring your palms to touch if you can, and then think of space and then internally rotating. So we're spinning the biceps actually in towards the body. Really opening up the shoulders. One more full breath here. Pull the shoulders down. And then exhale, let's sink the hips back, coming right back into our Utkatasana. Remain strong in your belly. Remain strong in your legs. Press evenly into the feet. You'll notice more weight in the heels again. Inhale, let's drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Let's bring the head right back to neutral. Stay strong in the legs. Drop left ear to left shoulder. And right back up to neutral. Arms are going to come out to the side again. And then release to swan dive all the way to the floor. You can lift your hips as you exhale. Inhale, pull it halfway up. Exhale, press the fingertips into the floor. Step back with your left foot this time. Take a nice full breath here. Stay energizing through that left heel. Let's spin that left heel down, and then we're gonna circle the arms all the way up to our Vira 2. So make sure that right heel's in line with that left arch. Energize down through the ground, through the earth, through that left outside of the heel. Full breath in, spin that right hip underneath the body here. So nice and strong, pulling the knee and the foot out so it's straight ahead. And then extend those arms, lift. To inhale to lift that torso up off of your pelvis. Find space here. Energize through the fingertips again. Maybe you gaze over the fingertips. Inhale to straighten that right leg, and then make sure you have a block close by. So grab your block really quickly and then place it on the outside of the right ankle here. So we're going to keep a soft bend in that right knee. Stay strong in the hips. Begin to pivot forward through the hip, pulling that right hip back, staying nice and glued into the floor there with that big toe. And then maybe you can release your right hand right onto the block. Bring your left hand up towards the sky. Keep pulling to create space in that right hip. And if binding is in your practice, you can bring that left hand right behind your back and reach for the inside of your right thigh here. Really opening your heart up. Keep that left leg nice and strong into the floor. Let's unbind that left hand, press into that front foot, and then we're going to come right back into our Vira 2. Take a full breath here. And then exhale, let's just cartwheel it down. You can move your block all the way down to the floor. Press that right foot back, shift it forward, chaturanga. Pull it through right into our vinyasa. Urdhva. And then exhale, right into our down dog. Let's lift the heels up. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and either float or you can step up to forward fold uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sink the hips back. We're going to come into our utkatasana here. Exhale, extend the arms out to the sides. Palms face forward. One more breath here. Bring the hands to clasp behind the back. Pull those palms in towards each other and then pull those shoulders down. We're going to spin the biceps in, really shining and opening up that heart forward. Inhale, release the hands, bring them all the way up overhead. And then exhale, release the hands down. Let the hips come up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant the hands into the floor. Let's lift the right foot straight back, coming into a lunge here. Take a breath. And begin to spin that right heel down. And then we're just going to rotate all the way up into our Vira 2. Just take a breath. Again, align yourself. Pull that left hip back. Energize through that right heel, that right outer edge of the foot. Find the strength here in this pose. Think of pulling the mat apart with your feet here. Maybe you gaze over the front fingers. One more breath. Begin to straighten that front left leg. Make sure you have your block close by. Grab it, place it behind the left ankle. And begin to pull that left hip back as you pivot forward. Maybe you release your left hand down to the block. Bring your right hand up, spinning open to the right side here. We want to create space in the left torso. Remain strong in that front left leg, that back right leg. And then again, if binding is in your practice and you did it on the other side, let's go ahead and bring the right hand behind to reach for that left thigh. Opening the heart. Go ahead and unbind your hand. If it was binded, reach it up towards the sky. Press into that front foot, and let's come right back to our Vira 2, rebending into that front knee. Deep breath in, and then exhale. Let's cartwheel all the way back down. Lift the back heel up. Again, you can move your block off to the side. We're going to press that left foot back. Shift forward right through your vinyasa. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, bend the knees and either walk or float forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it fold. Inhale, sink the hips back. Arms come up overhead into chair pose. Exhale, hands come out to the side. Inhale, reach a little bit further from the body. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press the hands into the floor. Let's step back with the left foot followed by the right foot. Shift it forward. Lower chaturanga. Flip over the toes. Pull it through right to Urdhva. And then exhale. Let's release the knees down. We're going to bring the toes to touch just for a second here and sit back into our Virasana. So sit up nice and tall. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Go ahead and grab your blocks, and we're actually going to place them right behind us here. So let's grab one block, place it on the outside of the left heel, and then the other block can go on the outside of the right heel. So we're going to come into our camel pose, our Ustrasana. So sit up nice and tall here. Take a breath. And exhale. Let's inhale, begin to press into the shins, press into the top of the feet. We're going to lift the hips straight up. Think of pulling that tailbone down, really lifting up through the spine here. Have your hands just by your side and just notice this balance into the earth right now. So lengthening up through each vertebra. You're going to shine your heart forward. Take a full breath in here. And then bring your palms right onto your sacrum, so fingers point down, thumbs can be on the outside here. And then we're just going to spin, so that way then our triceps are pulling back here. We're really opening and shining the heart forward. Full breath in again, lengthening the heart forward. Keep pulling that sacrum down into the body. We're going to begin to rotate over like we're going over a pole. So inhale, press the sacrum into the body. Keep pulling the side hips, squeezing those inner thighs in. One more full breath in here. Maybe you begin to release the head back. And then exhale. Release. Inhale, release the hands, and then exhale, bring the hips right back down. I'm going to do that again, so maybe this time you can come for your blocks, or you can go for full Ustrasana, or you can just stay with the hands on the sacrum. So it just depends on where you're at today, okay? So again, let's take a full breath in, and exhale, settle the mind, clear the mind, focus on our body right now, focus on our breath. Just focus on the movement. So anything else not serving us, any emotions that are coming up, just noticing them and letting them pass right now. Let's take a breath and bring those hips right back up. Press into the shins, press into the top of the feet. Lengthen through the spine with the inhale. Squeeze the high side hips in, squeeze the inner thighs in. Begin to pull that tailbone down. Lifting the heart up, reaching and lifting, opening the shoulders up, opening the collarbone up. And bring the hands right behind on the sacrum. Begin to rotate like we're going over a pole. So we want to lift up, keep lifting up, and then keep pressing those hips forward, pulling the sacrum down, pulling the side hips in as we roll the back. And maybe reach down, releasing the hands right onto the blocks here. Squeezing the shoulder blades, pressing them right into the chest. And maybe you release the head back. You should have a nice little pillow there from your traps for your head just to fall and lay on. Keep breathing. On your next inhale, release the hands, come all the way up. And then exhale, release the hips right back down. So maybe this time you can go for your blocks. We're going to just do it one more time. You can go for your blocks. You can stay on your sacrum again, or you can go for a full Ustrasana. So again, let's take a breath. Resettle yourself. And then let's inhale again. You know the drill. Lift your hips up. So we want to be careful we don't just push our hips forward, right? We want to lift it up so they're over the knees and then begin to elongate so the tailbone pulls down here. So elongating the spine so we don't dump into our lower back. Again, we're going to inhale, create the space in the spine, begin to open the collarbone, open the shoulders, pull those shoulder blades in together, and then press them into the chest to really open and shine the heart, not only forward, but up too. You can bring your hands onto your sacrum, spin those shoulders back, spin those arms back, create that little pillow for your head, and maybe you begin to reach down for your heels, release the hands onto the heels, keep pulling the side hips in, pull those inner thighs in towards each other, and then you can begin to release the head down. Deep, bold breath in. Keep the breath going. One more breath. And then exhale, release the hands from the heels if you had them there. And exhale, release the hips down. Let's open the knees out and just bring the hands to walk them in front of us into our Balasana pose. Take a rest here. Release the forehead onto the floor. It's checking in with your mind and the feeling of your body. When we do Ustrasana, or any type of back bend actually, a lot of emotions tend to surface. So they come from deep below in our body, kind of hidden in the depths there. So it's okay to let these emotions come up. It's fine to have them. We're human. What we don't want to do is identify with them. So we don't want to attach them. We just want to see them and let them pass. So embrace them. Notice what they are. Don't try to suppress them and ignore them. Just let them be, because if we do that, they just go right back down, hidden beneath the surfaces, and they're going to come up again, and it just gets where it's an overload of just so many emotions. So it's good to let them come up, notice them, let them pass, create space. Let's inhale, bring the hands up. We're going to come right back to our down dog. So press into the hands, lift the hips up. Lift the heels, bend the knees, exhale. Maybe you step or you can glide forward into your Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale again. Forward fold. Inhale, let's bring our arms all the way up, press through the heels and stand up. Bring your hands to heart center. Let's heel toe the hands in. So we're going to come in actually for a Garudasana pose today. So I'm going to turn towards you just so you can see me. We're going to take a deep breath in, extend the arms just out to the side. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, let's hug ourselves. So we're just going to wrap our hands. Maybe we reach for the shoulders. Maybe we reach for the shoulder blades here. And drop your chin down. And spread your shoulder blades apart. Just a little self-love here. So just gratitude, loving yourself. Always finding that love for yourself first before you can love anybody else, knowing this is so true. And then keeping those elbows connected. We're just going to bring the hands up, maybe coming for our Garudasana hands. If that doesn't work, you can just bring your hands. You could just bring your forearms to cross here and then bring the back of the hands together. Otherwise, if you're going for a full Garudasana, let's just go ahead and twine the hands to reach in the front here. Take a breath here. Open to spread the shoulder blades. Open to spread the collarbone. And begin to pull the elbows forward as you press the forearms forward as well. Root the hips down and then press into that left foot. Lift the right foot up and then maybe either cross it over just to use it as a little kickstand here, or you can go for a full bind with the legs. Pull the hips in towards each other. Lift up through the center of the body. Find your balance. Utilize the earth, your space on earth here to find and maintain that balance. Maybe you inhale to pull those elbows forward just a little bit more as you press the forearms forward. Find your strength here. Keep centered mentally, physically. This is a balance of strength and grace. One more breath. And then exhale, stand to press through that left foot, untwine the legs, and then you can untwine the arms, extend them straight out to the side, and then we're just going to cross the opposite way. So bring the opposite arm on top this time. We're going to reach into something that you're grateful for right now, something that can make you smile. I know there's all to think about that makes you feel good, so not forgetting that. Always finding some light, some internal light. And let's keep the elbows connected. If you're going for a half Gomukhasana, you can just cross at the forearms. Otherwise, let's go for a full wrap here, bringing the hands together. Extend those elbows forward, press those forearms forward. Full breath in, opening up your collarbone. Let's press the hips back here. We're going to press into the right foot, lift that left foot up to cross it over, either kickstand, or you can wrap it all the way around, going for a full Gomukhasana here. So again, pulling the hips in towards each other, lifting up through the center of the body, finding that strength and that grace, that simultaneous, that balance between both. Maybe you begin to lift your elbows up a little bit higher, pressing the forearms forward. One more breath. And then exhale, press through the right foot. Unwind the legs, unwind the hands. Full breath, open the hands out. Inhale, reach the arms up, head. And then exhale, release the hands down to the side as we swan dive forward into our forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Press your palms right into the mat. Step back, right into your plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Pull it through Urdhva. And then exhale, right into your down dog. Let's lower the knees down. We're going to cross at the ankles and then just sit back. So we're going to come into a laying pose, so supine pose here. So go ahead and grab your block close to you, and then we're just going to lay all the way down here. So very carefully roll your body down onto your mat. Take a breath here. And then let's walk those shoulder blades in underneath the back. We want to pull the shoulders down. Make sure we have space in the neck here. And press your elbows into the floor. You can have your hands pointed up, spread your fingers, whatever feels good to you. You can also just keep your hands pressing into the mat. We're going to bring those heels hip distance apart, press into the heels, lift the hips up on an inhale, pull the tone down. Think of firming the inner thighs in, but keeping the knees in line with the hips here. Pull the side hips in, keep the space in the neck. not letting the neck get crunchy. So we want to walk the shoulders down if we need to, just making sure that we always maintain space here. So relax in the upper body. We're using the triceps to press into the floor here, staying nice and strong through the legs. One more breath in, and exhale, release the hips nice and slow down. Release the hands if they were up. Let's do that one more time. So let's press into the feet. We're going to lift the hips. So we're not coming so high. We're not thrusting forward. We just want to create a nice straight line from shoulders all the way to our knees here. Pull the tailbone down. Remembering to remain spacious in the neck here. One more breath. And then exhale. Release the hips all the way down. Let's bring the knees right into the chest here. You can bring your arms around your knees into Appanasana. Maybe sway the knees, rocking side to side here. And then release the feet right back to the floor. Okay, so we're going to come for a plow pose. So again, pull the shoulders down. Make sure we have space in the neck, so we don't want to be crunchy in the neck here. We're going to tuck the shoulder blades underneath and then pull the tailbone down here. We're going to bring the knees into the chest, press the hands into the floor, spin the triceps down towards the floor, and then begin to pull the knees up overhead. So once we have our hips right over top of us, elbows in line with our shoulders here, bring your hands to the back, onto your back, and then pull again, shoulders down so we have space in the neck. Extend your legs either straight overhead. Maybe you can release them down onto the floor. Stay nice and strong here. And then inhale, maybe you lift one leg straight up overhead. Keep pressing your hands into your back. Utilize your triceps. And maybe you press that left leg straight up. Keep breathing. Stay nice and strong in your legs. Pull the tailbone into the body. Use your core. Shoulders pull down. And one more full breath here. And then exhale, bring one knee down, followed by the other knee. Bring your hands right back to the floor, and then begin to roll all the way down. Take a breath and relax. Let's sway our knees over to the left side, let them fall. And then bring your knees up and just sway them over to the right side, again, letting them fall. And bring your knees right back up. We're going to come right back into our bridge pose, but the block is next to you. So we're going to use our block to do legs up the wall, okay? So shoulder blade tucked, pull it down, press into the feet. Let's lift the hips straight up. Grab your block, and you can go whatever level feels good for you. Again, remember, we're going to lift the legs up, so make sure that you feel balanced. So take a breath, pull that block right underneath your sacrum, bring your arms right alongside your body. We're going to inhale, lift the left knee up. Exhale, keep the belly nice and strong. And then inhale, bring the right knee up. So knees are right underneath your hips. Make sure your neck is nice and relaxed. I always check in with my neck. So I'll move my head side to side. If I notice I feel crunched, I pull my shoulder blades down again. Make sure you stay strong and rooted with your triceps, with your hands here, at the back of your shoulders. And then maybe you inhale to lift the legs straight up. There's no perfect way to do this. You can just keep the feet soft. You can flex the feet in, whatever feels good for you. You can keep the knees bent as well. Maybe closing the eyes. So just letting all that energy that's just sinking into our bodies, into our feet, our legs. We're on our feet all day. So just letting that come up right through the body. That way then it can just come out and release. Keep breathing. Just letting go of all the tension in the mind, all the tension in the body. Knowing that there's always a way out. There's always moving ahead. We're always moving forward, even when it seems like we're at a standstill. It's still moving forward, believe it or not. Sometimes when we go backwards, we're still moving forward. We may not see it. It may seem like we're just traveling backwards, going deep down into a hole, but in reality, it's bringing us closer to where we really should be. So just remembering that, staying strong, focusing on something that makes us happy, that makes us smile, doing something we love, self-love, self-care. Remembering not to judge ourselves too heavily. We're human, we have emotions. Sometimes we're confused, sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're sad. Just know that's okay. All things pass. So just noticing it and then letting the time pass. Maybe you begin to release the knees down, bring the feet down, and then very carefully you can step back onto the mat here. Take a breath, lift your sacrum up just to remove the block off to the side here. Release the hips all the way down, pull the tailbone down again, so that way then we remove that dip in the lower back. We're going to lift that left leg up and then cross the left ankle right over top of the right thigh here. Take a breath, flex the foot in, and then you can actually begin to press on that left thigh. You can always bring your hands to clasp around the inside to lift that right thigh up. One more breath. And exhale, release that right foot down if you had it up, or you can just take the hand off the left thigh. I'm going to switch it out, so we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So right ankle is going to go over top of the left thigh this time, and then repeat what you did on the other side, so you can press into the right thigh, or you can go for your clasps to lift that left foot up off the floor. So I'm clasping behind the hamstring right now. So keep that right foot nice and flexed here, opening that knee towards the right side. Nice stretch here, your piriformis and your hip. Let the shoulders be soft. One more breath in, and then exhale. Release wherever you are. Release the right foot. Bring that right foot right back to the mat. Press into the hands and make our way all the way up. We're going to seat Vada Konasana. So you can bring the bottom of the feet together, let the knees fall out to the side here. If it feels too intense having your heels close, of course, just bring your heels out a little bit further. Make sure you're rooted evenly in both sitting bones. You can bring your hands just right around your shins for just a moment. Take a breath in and then exhale. Let's inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, just twisting open to the left side. Release the hands forward, backwards, fingertips to sit up nice and tall. Let the legs be soft here. Just a little twist here. Pull the shoulders down. Just twisting and wringing out all that negative feeling, all that feeling causing all that anxiety. So we're just kind of wringing it out right now, releasing it. Inhale, reach the arms right back up, and then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So release hands front and back as you turn to the right side. Inhale, bring both arms up one more time. And then you can bring your hands into Anjali, press into the palms, reach the elbows out towards the sides, spread that collarbone. Think of lifting up through the spine here. Sitting nice and tall. Just remembering that taking time for yourself every day is going to help you feel a little bit better. It's going to bring you a little bit closer towards that place that you're supposed to be. So remember that in all these rough moments that something good will come from it. I promise you. Don't forget that. Love yourself. Love your mind. Remember what's real. Remember what's not real. And always keep moving ahead and doing what's best for you. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Let everything go. Namaste.